Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it is day 17 of the Cineworld Challenge, and what do I have for you today? So obviously I'm not going to go through the spiel because you all know, apologies, GI. For everybody who's been watching this channel and watching this series, you know what it's all about. So it's the Cineworld give you a theme and you represent a video day based on the movie you want to watch. So we are currently on day 17 and it is my favourite anime movie. So this was a very hard one for me in comparison to what I've been doing. So people, as you may aware, obviously my rules for this, I'm trying to not use my top 5 movies, and there is a big animated movie in there, which is the Transformers animated movie. This will not be featured. Yes, it is in my top 5. Yes, I would technically class it as my favourite animated movie of all time. I watched this when I was teen, so I've had it, been watching it for over 20 years. I've probably watched it a dozen times at least, more. It's by far the most animated movie I've watched, but I'm not including it in this challenge, because of those guidelines that I've set up for myself, because I want to be a little bit more out of the box. So I was thinking about this, which one do I feature? And I'm going to kind of feature two here. I'm kind of going to mention what would have been my first memory of what I would choose as a favourite anime, and I would have watched this, I believe, before I watched Transformers. And then I'm actually going to go to what my choice is at the end. So I'm going to feature, even though I'm featuring two, apologies, that obviously maybe that's bending the rules a little bit, but it's like an honourable mention, which I think I've mentioned stuff before. So the one I was going to mention is this movie. So this is Digimon, the movie. I went to see this at the film. Again, it is a movie that had, well, not again, but from the previous choice, this has a really good soundtrack on it. It has quite a lot of emo, ska, punk, mainstream bands that I like songs for. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and stuff like that. Len, Steal Your Sunshine, I believe, is in here. And yeah, and I was a big fan of Digimon Pokemon at the time, and it was good to see a switching of the original cast with the secondary cast in the storyline. The first bit is by far the most amazing kind of setup in this. I kind of feel it's like Transformers the movie. The first half an hour is absolutely stunning, then it goes into more storyline, which is fine. I still like the story, I still think it's good. And overall I think it is, but obviously this is like an honourable mention, but this isn't going to be my choice. So this is, when I think about it, would be my first one, but actually I'm kind of going to go with my last choice. So I'm going to go with what would be the last movie I saw, but I actually think stands high and above anything I've seen before. I say I've seen it 2 times. I need to watch it 3. I kind of want to watch it with my wife because I think she will actually really enjoy it, even though she doesn't really like anime that much, I think, because she doesn't like the subtitles and stuff. But everyone's not. And as I say, it's an animated movie, but I'm going for an anime movie, and it is Your Name. So this took me ages to find. I watched it twice online. And I say I'd love to get my wife, and this is the one of the most recent ones I've started to get into. It is absolutely an amazing movie with a story, and it is a very different one. It is a very kind of love story. So you have these two people, a young boy and girl. I believe she's early to mid-teens, looking to go college, and he is in college, so probably late teens. What happens is there is kind of an event or an issue that happens, that they swap bodies randomly. They wake up in each other's bodies, spend the days doing what that person is, and then they end up back in their own body and don't really recall what has gone on. And then as time goes on, they start to remember little bits, and it's them trying to connect. Obviously, as the background shows, they are from different places. She is more out in the country, he is more out in the city. And there's a lot of twists and turns that go into this, and it is just a very nice love story. It has a few dark moments, I'm not going to lie. There are a few shocking twists that do crop up, but overall it is a really, really good film for anime. If you love kind of the romantic love song, and this is what it is. There isn't a lot of action there. There are some silly stuff, so I think, yeah, it's rated 12. Obviously they do, because they are teenagers in each other's bodies. You can imagine what you would if you were a bloke waking up a woman's body and vice versa. There are a few references to that, but then they kind of play it off with some funny moments. But yeah, it's just a really good soundtrack. Really good story, really good acting, really good voice acting from the dubbed version and the not dubbed version. And just, yeah, it is, there's nothing kind of out this. Like there have been stuff like this, but it's just the fact that drawing and music and stuff ties you in till you're, you know, grasping at the end to wanting to know what happens. And it kind of does leave it on a very, you kind of know where it's going, but you don't. But overall, it is really, really good movie. So yeah, so this has been, so I would class this as my favourite animated movie in the guidelines that I've set for this show challenge. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you're enjoying this challenge. Do all the things that I normally say you have to do. Otherwise, I've been suffering screen time. I shall see you in the next one.